Can you share, Chris, a memorable success story that resulted from the collaboration between KORTX and Dstillery and what it meant for your clients or client in question?
Sure. Tropical Smoothie Cafe was the one that comes to mind that's most notable, and a really fun story with them. When we started the engagement, our whole focus was on applying our concept of empowering transformative growth for their business. They, believe it, around the time had about 50 locations, is still very much focused on the in-store retail experience. And they tasked us with helping them digitize their whole consumer purchasing experience. That started with looking at their website, the content structures, the consumer journey. Eventually that became an integration with a point of sale solution. So the online commerce process was much more streamlined. And that also was a shift of how their digital campaigns ran. More of a push to get folks to the website, to order online, whether that be for an in-store pickup or delivery to their home. We had tested a lot of different options, Axon from the first party data, got into a spot of building lookalike models off of CRM lists or customer lists, a range of different third-party segments. Contextual was tied into it. These are all being deployed across different media types. We saw the opportunity to apply ID-free, and the hypothesis that we had was applying ID-free and using Tropical Smoothie's website data as the seed would outperform contextual and third-party audiences that we had on the plan. So that's what we did. We started with the purchase audience. So we look at folks that have previously purchased on the website over the past 30 days. That audience was ported over to Dstillery. A lookalike was built. An ID-free model was built, applied to the campaign, and we saw pretty awesome success. We were at a spot where it organically grew to one of the top performing segments, right alongside their own first party data. And then we also started to understand the inventory, the sites, the apps that were really resonating the strongest. So allowed us to modify our bids and focus on the top priorities. What we ended up seeing out of that, compared to those other third-party and contextual options, the display CPA dropped by 70%, and for video dropped by 75%, which those are incredible efficiencies in a program. So for me, that was a major one we brought to them. At first, it was just a concept. It was, let's talk about the future around cookie deprecation and applying a solve. Let's just test it and see what happens. That quickly turned into a real solution to continue empowering their business and really, in this case, their online sales.
And so what was the KPI? Was it online transactions?
Yep, completing menu item, add to cart, all the way through purchase. In many situations too, there is either a login to a customer portal or they're signing up to guests, but there's usually like 3 or 4 steps involved to complete that conversion.
It's really gratifying to hear that our ID-free technology and inventory-based technology was able to deliver real-world outcomes for a real-world brand.
It's nice to see, to your point, the idea, the theory around a cookieless solution, an ID-free solution, actually drive something that makes a customer feel good about the investment. So yeah, we were extremely excited about that, and it's been actually a practice that we continue to apply for many of our customers.
Well, we appreciate the partnership with KORTX, and we appreciate your willingness to embrace innovation and be out in front, kind of changing the world.